Good morning, friends. Welcome to This Day Devo. Pastor Guy here. Today in the book of Ephesians, we read chapter 4, verse 17 through chapter 5, verse 14. And this passage gives us really one of the New Testament's probably clearest explanations of the moral contrast between a believer and a non-believer, and the choices that the believer makes to continually put on the good, to put on the things of God. This is a section about living as children of the light and about living in the light. Let me explain through a story that I've been reading with my kids these last several weeks. We've been reading a new young adult, or well, not really young adult, like ages 9 to 16 series from Ted Decker called Journey to Impossible Places. And one of the things that Ted Decker does in this story is he takes these characters, these two young boys, through a journey of from our world into a world where it is all darkness because there is no light. And so he takes these spiritual ideas that we experience in our world and in these other worlds, he makes them physical and he makes them tangible. And these boys in this story are making the decision as they come to the realization that they are the light of the world, that they have living in them and the ability to access the light of the world. Christ in me, he is the light of the world, therefore making me able to illuminate the light of the world. And so in this passage today, we are told to do just that, as how we, living as children of the light, as we learn about following Jesus, we learn about how to be Christians, how to make the right moral choices. We're supposed to put on that new nature because we're created to be, verse 24 says, like God. We are to be truly righteous and we're to be holy. And he gives us some very specific things. Very specific, this passage is. Very clear, right? And it all fits together. It makes sense together. It's stop telling lies. Just stop. Stop telling lies. And if you're angry, it's okay to be angry. We all get angry, but don't sin in your anger. Because whenever we sin in our anger, we're giving the devil a foothold. How many of you have experienced that, where you get angry and then it leads to other sins? You get angry and it drives a wedge between you and a friend, or you and a relative, a spouse, a child. Stop telling lies. Stop being angry. Stop sinning when you're angry. If you're a thief, quit stealing. I mean, some very simple, clear things to lead us to, hey, as a Christian, you are to be kind. You are to be tender-hearted. You and I are to be forgiving of one another, just as God through Christ has forgiven us. So if you want to know how to love someone, if you want to know how to be kind, if you want to know how to stay tender to the Spirit, stay tender to the voice of God, to how to love someone well and make these right moral choices, to live as a child of the light, we again, right? We look to Jesus and we realize that in the same way that God has been kind to us, to you, through Jesus giving of his life for you, so we do the same for others. So we live as children of the light because we have received the light, and so we give out the light, and we love others in that same kind of way that Christ loves us, or God loves us through Christ. And so let's go and live in the light as we imitate the love of God. Have a great day.
Down from heaven as the power of Christ